over the Ashburn area, went through Silex, and we had some pictures of the Silex area with good quarter-size hail or a fair amount of quarter-size hail with it. Again, the main severe threat is running early on with this storm, and then once this line goes east of you, your severe weather threat should be over. So if we can get through this line in the next couple of 3 hours, that'll end it for the threat of severe weather, and we'll be out of storm alert. But again, new warning in effect down here, and that's into Phelps County. That warning is going until 5:15, and that's right along and north of 44. That one actually includes the area around Rolla. Now, the warnings farther to the north, there's some different ones here. Let's go with the one that's in Lincoln County. That one, far northern Warren County and much of Lincoln County, that's until 5. We have another warning that's in effect right now until 5 o'clock for Calhoun and Lincoln counties. And we also have another severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect up across Calhoun County, the northern parts of Calhoun County, and into Greene County. Again, these storms all producing some hail and some strong winds, along with the torrential rain, a lot of cloud-to-ground lightning as they move off towards the east. So this is what we're looking at this point with these storms rolling in. What's it going to look like as we go through the evening hours? Well, here's the thing. Severe thunderstorm watch is still in effect for the entire area. As we kind of put this on for you, and you can see how this moves, you're basically looking at this line of showers and thunderstorms rolling through St. Louis and sliding off to the east here through the evening hours. So this is going to take us pretty much through the evening rush hour. And we're talking about, some intense rain, some hail, gusty winds, 60 to 70 miles per hour. Up in Nebo, Illinois earlier, they had a 74-mile-an-hour wind gust with that storm, but definitely showing signs, even going east and southeast of St. Louis through the evening hours. Just kind of put this into motion, going forward, and then back it up a little bit, and you can see it's the same scenario playing out. Until we get that leading edge of the strong storms out of here, we're going to be dealing with the threat of severe weather. And it's really right along that leading edge that you're dealing with that threat of severe weather. One of the things we're looking at now is that warm front. And Gary, you had nailed it just a few minutes ago. You look behind you there in the chat and you'll see where they've placed that warm front, where they want to draw it right through the heart of the metro area. Our dew points to the north a little lower, but for the St. Louis area and to the south, your dew point temperatures have bounced back into the mid-60s. So that moisture has come back, and therefore we have, the setup for the potential of severe weather. Now, one thing that is concerning with the warm front kind of drifting through the metro area is any thunderstorm that develops along that front. When you have a front and a thunderstorm that interacts with it, you often are able to enhance the rotation within that thunderstorm. So as this line pushes into the metro area, that's going to be a concern for us to see if anything does spin up. Here's kind of a broader picture of what's going on right now as you look at this line of thunderstorms approaching St. Louis. We're in the low 80s. Dew points have come up. Again, severe thunderstorms for St. Louis. Look at to the west of us. Right now, Kansas City's 51, Kirksville's 49. The air behind this is much cooler, and we're going to be in that much cooler air going into the weekend. So big changes are happening behind this line of storms, unlike the line of thunderstorms we had a couple of days ago, which came through, and then we were still very warm yesterday. So the severe thunderstorm warnings, Greene County, Calhoun County in Illinois. In Missouri, we have Lincoln County. Part of Warren County that was under the warning has been expired, at least for that particular cell. May get a new one before everything's said and done. Then farther to the south, while not under a warning yet in Gasconade County, those storms are awfully strong. And then you've got the cell that's approaching Rolla that looks like it's a big hail maker and could be a big windbag too as it slides off towards the east. You're going to see these thunderstorms filling in across the region and again pushing to Metro St. Louis as we head through and during the evening rush hour. So this is a bad timing scenario for storms to push in because we'll end up with a lot of folks on the road. Although if you can get out the door, early and maybe you only have a little ways to go, you maybe can get home before these storms. Otherwise, if the storms start rolling in before you can normally get off work, you might want to delay until at least that initial wave goes through, because the initial wave is the one that packs the big punch. Largest hail right now kind of showing up here
Yeah, Whitehall.
Yeah.
Look at that hail in Whitehall.
You got Whitehall. You've got Whitehall. You got Spin up there too. You've also got the one that's southwest of Ellsbury. So you got two cores there that are really showing up at this point with decent amounts of hail. And again, the hail size kind of lags on the computer versus what is actually falling out of the storm. Maybe that storm's coming down a little bit there in Lincoln County, and the one up in northern Greene County. Whitehall, not a day to be out and kind of hanging loose out there. You want to be inside, away from windows and doors. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to keep you updated here throughout the evening. We're going to let this feed stay on as we go through the evening hours for sure. We're not going to go completely away. We're never actually leaving anywhere until the threat of severe weather is over, that's for sure. But we're going to track these storms through the metro area, and we have a newscast coming up at 5 o'clock. We'll leave the radar here kind of streaming. You'll be able to watch us looking at the different storms and kind of analyzing things. If we do just a quick little, let me see if I can grab a cross section of the storm, specifically this one up here that was producing some hail. Yeah, that's up to about 40,000 feet going up there into Lincoln County. So that one, pretty impressive there. We are getting reports of, some low-hanging clouds there as you go down into portions of Warren County. So it looks a little gnarly out there towards Wright City. It looks a little gnarly towards Old Monroe, Moscow Mills, and Wentzville. Just keep that in mind. So, and we'll keep you going.
And I did tell